and being some of the top threats within Michigan. So I have seen, I've commentated JeJaJeJa versus Steve a couple of times, looking to see it at this level. I'm looking forward to seeing it at this level. So JeJaJeJa definitely has the matchup knowledge, though there's not nearly as many Kirbys as there is Steves in the world, so I'm not sure if Syrup has played against JeJaJeJa a couple times, or maybe Gilhue, just that top-level Kirby threat that JeJaJeJa brings.
We're going to get that set up, but in the meantime, I do want to talk about just the venue. You know, it's incredible, and we're starting to see it fill out a little bit more than we were yesterday. Right, we've got a lot more people getting sat down for top 64. It's going to continue to increase for top 24, top 8, and top 4, and this place is going to be electric by the end of it all, slowly filling out. But you would not believe the energy that we're getting for some of these sets. Some of these early sets, I'm talking, I mean, it's noon, y'all. I mean, it's 1 now, but.
Yeah, it is. Some people drove maybe an hour to get here in the morning. Just if you're in the Michigan area, you can come back. But a lot of people waking up now or around this time to make it to the venue, and it's super exciting to watch some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Going to PS2 to start off. I love that none of these Michiganders are afraid to send it to PS2 against you.
Oh yeah, not at all. Michigan not afraid to scrap, not afraid to not scrap, I would say. No stranger to running away is Michigan, and run away they will. However, run forward is what JeJaJeJa is doing right now. Some may say foreign to the normal gameplay that we see, but the percent that Kirby can rack up if he gets in and gets a couple of tilts, gets a couple of combo starters is kind of insane.
Okay, a little bit of a trade right there, the backboard helping out JeJaJeJa in this case. Both of them racking up a good amount of percentages, and Syrup hasn't gotten to mine that much. No iron on deck. We haven't got gold, redstone, or diamond. They finally got some redstone out, but still no iron for it to even matter. And the pressure that JeJaJeJa is providing, staying in this like weird burst range where Kirby can't actually pressure burst options, but can make it really uncomfortable to mine, has been really beneficial. So you see Syrup is like, please, leave me alone. I'm going to run away. I need to get some resources before I lose the stock, and finally has some diamond and some iron.
However slow Kirby is in the air, he makes up for how fast he is on the ground. That is a very fast ground speed that Kirby has. So the attempts that Syrup has had to run away to get to the other side of the stage have been stuffed out by this ground speed of Kirby. And JeJaJeJa is just applying great pressure and just great punish game for Kirby.
Uncomfortable. Syrup does not seem to love this matchup, or at least not seem to be too experienced with it. And now Kirby is Steve, getting some mining capabilities out, but you don't have minecart, you don't have anvil. All you can do is place blocks. And honestly, you could camp out Steve, but get swatted out of the air, playing with the blocks a little bit too much. JeJaJeJa goes down a stock.
Finally loses his stock. That back air, that diamond back air is devastating for a character as light as Kirby, and just the damage that diamond racks up just compounds that fact even more. Yeah. JeJaJeJa
No, I get it. I get it. Because you expect to get your forward air follow-up, right? And then, unfortunately, the block just doesn't allow Syrup to pop up. That entire sequence leads to Syrup's advantage state into JeJaJeJa's stock. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad.
You saw JeJaJeJa's look of absolute befuddlement as that situation did not go in his favor, and Syrup taking the reins and taking that stock. JeJaJeJa on the back foot finally in this game 1. Now has to get something in this offstage situation. That anvil scarily close, taking the stock, and we get the down tilt, down tilt, down tilt, down tilt, down tilt. 7 in a row, the F smash, not gonna take it though.
Yeah, kind of disappointing.
Yeah, unfortunate. I have commentated that exact same combo before.
That's great. You sounded experienced.
Yeah.
64% on JeJaJeJa, Syrup on the blast stock finally, and no diamond to be seen. So you see Syrup is playing a little bit more to the mining, but JeJaJeJa's finding the combos needed, setting himself off stage a little bit too deep. But the F tilt beats out Syrup, swatting back. JeJaJeJa's continuing this advantage state, down tilt into the forward smash. Doesn't quite take the stock just yet, but what an advantage.
Woo, that was close. Gold, though, not nearly as strong as diamond, so that up tilt back air is not going to be taken at these earlier percent. However, 95, you are the 4th, maybe 3rd lightest character in the game. I do believe 4th. So an up tilt nail up smash is going to take the game for Syrup.
A lot of glimmers of hope there from JeJaJeJa. I do think, just as I've talked about in every freaking Steve set I've casted this weekend, I think that you want to go to a more volatile stage, especially when you're scrapping as much as you are. You don't want to have to chase Syrup down from the one side of the stage to the other side of the stage. So I could totally see a stage swap up, if only to small battlefield, to shorten things up just a tad. I think that it is worth considering at the very least.
It definitely is. It's you allow a character like Kirby to get in, but we're running it back. This is Michigan. We are running away from each other. And however, catching a couple options is JeJaJeJa and dealing 82% in 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is that combo game we were talking about, the strong grounded moves leading into a ton of combo percentage. TNT to get rid of some of the resources. We don't want that dirt online. We need to be able to build those blocks. We need to be able to mine. So getting rid of it with the TNT, using the wood to just swat away enough to start your mining game plan. 2 irons is all you need to not lose the game.
Ooh, and however, a couple of combos, or a couple of aerial combos from Steve is all you need to bring it back, but a great parry. The up smash just not going to connect. Forward smash sends JeJaJeJa out of here. Now we are back at even percent at game 1, and a down air going to take JeJaJa's first stock. 2
iron is all you need to win the game. Disadvantage tools from Steve are so difficult for Kirby to deal with while Kirby is floating in the air. You don't have great aerial speed, and JeJaJa's eating it to the face. Syrup continuing with an 85% combo.
That I've never seen that.
JeJaJa, nothing if not entertaining, man. That's good.
JeJaJa is one of the, whatever you may say about his gameplay, as a player, he is entertaining. He is going to be looking for the silliest situation, however slow the situation may be. It's going to be funny. It's going to be goofy. Ooh, but a great tech is going to keep him alive. But a gold dash attack is going to take JeJaJa's second stock.
Yeah, looking a little bit worse than the first game, unfortunately. JeJaJa down 2 full stocks. 156%, you can't find a stock confirm. You tried so many throws, and they just weren't doing the job. Waits for the roll through, gets the F-tilt. No edge guarding capability. You're a little bit worried about the reversal, even with the 1 iron in the back pocket. There it goes.
80% and climbing 164. Syrup does not seem to want to die here, and JeJaJaJa cannot find any sort of opening. Just there's so many options that Steve has, and Syrup uses them to an efficiency, but finally JeJaJaJa gets a back air.
What's crazy is the footstool dare would have worked.
Yeah.
If the block wasn't there for him to tech onto. That was clean from JeJaJaJa to recognize that teching was an option, if only for the ability to try to roll out. But still, down a full stock at 110%, the amount that you have to make up here is almost insurmountable.
It's so scary for Kirby to get in here, just against Steve and against Diamond Tools. Back air going to swat. That's a little pink ball away and bring us to a game 3. Syrup up 2-0.
Really think we should consider a different stage. Look, I'm just...
You hate PS2.
No, I'm just saying, I think we should consider... Okay, thank God. Okay, wait, Callus is crazy. Callus is crazy.
It might be worse.
I like the idea, but I think there had to have been a better choice. It doesn't matter. You're giving a lot of good resources to Steve still, which, JeJaJaJa does not seem to be, uncomfortable with. Is okay with giving those resources away, but you're providing less safety in those side platforms for Syrup to mix up those landing options, and you can play a lot more juggle game, a lot more combo game that you were finding success with in game 2, or game 1, rather, end of game 1.
Yeah, and maybe this flat stage gives JeJaJaJa more room to work with, less approach options for Syrup. Down air's coming out, and a 5th one. Is Syrup able to make it back? Just barely. Steve can make it back from anywhere. If you think he doesn't have an option for it, he has it.
He just elytra'd, man. Let's come on. Come on. Okay, it was a great from JeJaJaJa. I got 77% down. That's good. That's still good. Even if you couldn't take the stock, we're seeing the vision of this stage. The frame trapping is there. Yes, you can create blocks all you want, but you don't have true safety on stage. You don't have true safety in the air.
Ooh, but this flat stage might be working out more in JeJaJa's favor. It might have been a good pick, as Syrup definitely down on resources right now. Only 5, maybe 6.
Wait, that was
My
was a
goodness.
5-head option right there. That was
is-
nice.
Wow.
You know you'll break through anything Steve tries to send back to you. It'll break through Elytra. The minecart stall won't matter because you'll get hit. And blocks, up smash, still gets broken through. Very smart from JeJaJa to close out the first stock.
Oh my goodness, JeJaJa is so good at recognizing this disadvantage state against Steve, immediately teching that gold forward air and allowing him to live this option. Syrup with a bit of a stall off stage, is gonna make it past that neutral air. And the shield is gone after holding that shield for Syrup. Giving JeJaJa new life. Both players reacting a little surprised, but it was borrowed time as another F smash gives gives Syrup the stock.
The Looney Tunes, ridiculous Animaniacs, Warner Brothers style game right now.
Great SDI from JeJaJa on that forward air.
39%. JeJaJa still has the lead, but Diamond available and in use at the moment. You have to be so careful with these side blast zones, especially when you're on that top platform of Kalos. Like, it's so scary to get swatted out by a back air that hits at such a good angle.
Nair just barely not going to take it at 146% F tilt, sending Syrup off stage again, has to recover low, does not, just barely Nair, but a back air to cover the roll. JeJaJa is up half a stock, I would say, as the nail just barely not coming out for the side of Syrup, trying to get a couple down tilts with the anvil, not going to work nearly as well as a block, and now the percent is looking to maybe go in JeJa's favor.
Like the low profiling, you're not as worried about getting swatted out by like a forward air out of shield or anything like that. So playing grounded, JeJaJa not playing the aerial game unless he sees Syrup jump himself. Still staying up the stock at 131%. Things will look a little bit dangerous. Shielding everything. You don't have much more shield. You got to worry about that shield break again.
Oh my goodness, Syrup going for it once again, but JeJaJa just barely. That shield looking skittleish as, they're looking for a drag down with the forward air, and 112%. The block coming out, or excuse me, the rock coming out once again. Syrup making it past it just barely. Up B, where JeJa's using his one projectile, however, does not matter, getting swatted out of the air by forward air once again.
119% though. JeJaJa just has to find one opening, but unfortunately the nature of Steve is that Steve also only has to find one opening. JeJaJa very calmly goes for a jump, knows that you have good resources in jumps that you won't get comboed into, and finds the nair to send Syrup all the way to the other side of the blast zone. Barely not getting reversaled there. JeJaJa had so much lead that entire game, and Syrup made it look scary. Nature of Steve.
Nature of Steve. Diamond is all you need. You are diamond in the rough, or just a diamond in the diamonds because it's Steve. So JeJaJa with a glimmer of life, one game under his belt. Can he get two more for this reverse 3-0, or is Syrup going to show his dominance and take this game here? We have finally a little less room.
Yes, good. Ban PS2, just for the love of God. So we're going to small battlefield. This is, next best option, I think, for Steve. We talked about the reasons why Kalos was so good, and this just kind of takes away a lot of that capability. The recoveries, you can slide along the wall. You get the safety of the side platforms. I think that ultimately, this is just a much safer choice, and JeJaJa has to play a little bit more respectful.
Going for rock is JeJaJa. Looking for a little something, but Syrup misses his block. Is he going to get punished for it? Ooh, forward air, racking up a little bit of percent. Not going to get the down air, not going to get the stock is JeJaJa, but up a good 60% right now.
Just barely not hitting the last hit of the down air that actually would have probably followed up into the stock. Tough position to be in, and JeJaJa continues to get comboed right now. The TNT hits only JeJaJa. Syrup knows how to deal with that one.
Yeah, that every day of the week, Syrup is ready for this Kirby game plan. JeJaJa, however much matchup knowledge he has, seems to be floundering a little bit. That back air, taking it off the top, 130% Kirby, extremely light, is going to be dying at insane percents.
104% though, back air, get the edge guard. Again, this is a win condition, but the angle that back air sends out unfortunately just gives free minecart back to stage. You don't have great tools to challenge that if you don't pre-prepare against it. And if you do, then you don't get to cover the low edge guard as well. It's just so difficult for JeJaJa to find something consistent, but barely trades with the anvil up smash, finishes Syrup.
Taking that stock back once and for all. Up tilt into grab. I've never seen that one before. And racking up a little bit of percent on his own, but one up tilt is all Syrup needs to deal 30% back. Back air, catching that rock to try and get to stage as soon as possible. You do not want to be above Steve in this matchup, but a great parry, up tilt, back air. Now JeJaJeJa is in a ledge trapping situation. Down air.
We talked about it. We talked about that specific combo, sending at that specific angle to lead to an edge guard, but unfortunately just narrowly doesn't connect. That win condition has to wait a little bit longer. Syrup, minecarts back to center stage from horizontal. Scary.
Ooh, but a back air catching JeJaJeJa's roll, and 90% is what Syrup is at, and JeJaJeJa needs to get a stock now. Yesterday, looking for a roll in, JeJaJeJa try and go for the hero play, but Syrup not going to fall for it, just air dodging in and rolling away. JeJaJeJa wants this stock, and he wants it now, but Syrup not going to want to give it away. Up tilts are racking up the percent so well right now. Another another anvil pressuring JeJaJeJa's shield. Syrup. Ugh.
Syrup is smelling the desperation a little bit. JeJaJeJa slows things down and just goes for an air-to-air, understands that the back air can come out a little bit earlier as long as he jumps first, and he does, evening up the stocks. Deciding to go for Diamond instead of following up on the minecart with additional percentage. I think that's smart because at this point, Kirby is at kill percentage, narrowly hitting the block to not get followed up on the platform. Syrup does not find it, and JeJaJeJa gets another lease.
Finally, it needs to get an opening here, but approaching Diamond Steve is one of, if not the scariest things you can deal with in this game, with especially a character that is stubby and small like Kirby, and Syrup with efficiency. Footstool dare, taking the game and taking the set 3-1.
But another mid-tier character showing that it is doable against one of the best Steves in the world. JeJaJeJa showed that Kirby has the tools to scrap back. But Kirby can do it. But Kirby can do it, though.
Hey, do you
I
guys,
believe that.
do you guys want to hear from Kirby?
And
I think we might need to hear from Kirby right now.
I think that we might have a moose on the loose.
JeJaJeJa sounds like he's about to hit us with some fire right now.
Hey, JeJaJeJa. I'm scared. How you feeling after that match, buddy? Hold the Red Bull. Hold the Red Bull.
I don't even like JeJaJa.
Yeah, what?
Hey, label the camera.
Why are we?
Hi, I am advertising this product.
So, after that, why you like this?
What did I even do that set?
You played Kirby the way you always play Kirby, to your level.
I wasn't camping. Was I camping him on ledge?
No!
Yo, Syrup, was I camping you on ledge? Exactly.
And what happened?
I lost.
See? Did you shower today?
Yeah.
Good.
That's a lie. You were literally there.
Hey, 2 more questions. Hey, focus
You
on
were
it.
in there with
Hey, I'm interviewing you here, okay? Listen to me.
Oh.
When you graduate, are you going to stay in this region, or are you going to pick a third region to deal massive psychic damage to you? Hey, I know the rules of interviewing.
Oh, hell no. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
One last question for you. What's it like rooming with another furry?
And we're done
Was
with
one.
Moose on the loose.
Where? Moose is no longer on the